morning, my dear students. Welcome to our English literature classes. So, students, as you know, we already started our lesson 4, the making of the Apu Trilogy, in my previous lecture. And this is, of course, written by, as you all know, Mr. Satyajit Ray. He's a writer, and as you know, this is a mixture of 3 films. So these films also directed by Mr. Satyajit Ray. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the next portion of this given lesson. And as you all know, in our previous term I have explained the Apu's starting life. You can see here this one, the childhood, and we already had talk about his early life in his childhood. You can see here with his sister Durga, she's Durga, okay, and the mother, and few a pet dog also. You all know that scene, we already have discussed. So now in our next second part of the Apu trilogy, and as I told you all before that, we have 3 Bengali films, you know that, in it. Okay, so now time to shift to second part of the our next film. So this was the film in second part in our lesson. This was the film Aparajito. Okay, this is the second film merged in this trilogy. And children, the next film was, this film was Aparajito. Okay, first was the Pathor Panchali, you can see here. Okay, this is the starting poster also in our book. So now we are going to talk about the film Aparajito. Okay, and in this film Mr. Ray elaborate the scene of Apu's adolescence. You can see in the starting they are writing here Aparajito, the second part of the Apu trilogy, traces Apu's journey into his adolescence. Okay, student, so in this extract he was showing a scene. There Apu's mother seems to be very busy in the morning chores. You can read in your book, this is a word, and we have a kind of new word here, morning chores. So what is this? A kind of routine work, routine task, okay, especially household work, okay, in her daily life, in anybody's daily life. Okay, so these are morning work, and now she is at their new house. This is the situation actually. Okay, listen this properly, carefully also. What is the situation here? Now they are all in their new house, that is in Banaras. Banaras, but now it is now very, very well known name, that Varanasi. Okay, so they are all here in Varanasi, and suddenly the scene is there. Suddenly she spots kind of looking up a monkey in her courtyard. Okay, so this is actually the scene. A courtyard, you can say a kind of lobby where she is usually work. So the this is a place of her work. Okay, so here we are going to know about also how this scene actually Mr. Ray using in the scene especially, how this Mr. Ray using a monkey actually. who suddenly just came up in the courtyard and in the place of Apu's mother, where she is actually working his day-to-day life work. Okay, and how the monkey's naturalness actually give gives in this Mr. Ray one of the most realistic scene in the film. Okay, so in this scene, a monkey actually entered here, and he just wanted to shoot that scene with monkey. So Mr. Ray here shared with us an interesting story that is totally attached with a very important scene of this film actually, because it makes it film very realistic. Okay, so he just told here that finally he decided to shoot in Banaras because he tried to elaborate here about a new house of whom Hariharan, okay, the father of Apu, was the house was actually ready here. Okay, and they all start living here. So he told us about a mishap here, a word mishap. So what is a mishap? Kind of an accident. Okay, so what is mishap here? That this place is infested. A new word, you have a new word again here. Infested means filled with. Okay, that we can infested means filled with, full of. Okay, monkeys, and they are kind of rhesus. This is the name of that kind of species. Okay, rhesus kind of type of monkeys, and a monkey that commonly found in North India. Okay, so after knowing this fact, he just decided to talk about this thing in the film, and he just decided to take this presence of monkeys as an advantage to make this scene more realistic. So scene was just like this, that Hariharan's wife entered to courtyard, okay, for some household work, and suddenly she saw a monkey were near the tap, and it was drinking water with the tap, and she was very scared and trying to remove the monkey. And by nature, monkey was very uh, panicked at that time and showed its teeth and stretched and made a kind of laugh at her. So here the Karuna, who is Karuna? She's a lady. Okay, the name of this actress actually is Karuna. Okay, so here she is Apu's mother. Okay, so here Apu's mother Karuna, actually she just gave a stifled scream. What is stifled? When someone just unable to breathe. Okay, and after this, the she recoiled in abject, means she was just stumble, move back quickly. Okay, completely. So she just screamed in the high pitch and moved back with complete terror. And after this, Mr. Ray decided to take this impromptu performance. Impromptu means a kind of unprepared performance, okay, in the film. So here he just took this scene, and after this the father came in this scene. After the father of Apu came up here out from the room, and the scene was shoot at once. So students, Mr. Ray actually just try to uh, explain that on one part he just made face the problem, and he had a lot of problem there in shooting with a dog, as you know all. And although he just finally create that wanted scene also after hard work. And same here also, he plays an animal, uh, a rhesus monkey, but this time he just tried a monkey with a trainer and make this scene perfect. So in the last, he was very happy with the bounce lighting. You can see in our textbook, this is a new word also, kind of sub brato, and is a person and meticulous workshop of Bansi. Both are the crew member of Mr. Ray, and he always very careful and attentive in this filmmaking. Okay, so in the last, he just said that you can just read from your book, it had succeeded in imparting a degree of realism I had really seen on the screen before. So he was just admiring his all crew member and their hard work also. So students, uh, this was our second part. Is all our second part. You can see, you can read the part, the portion also, and in our lesson, the making of Apu Trilogy. And I hope you all are also um, understanding the way the writer just tries to explain the making of the film. So students, till then, be safe, keep learning, and thank you.